Hello YouTube, and welcome to this edition of Race Car Fabrication and Restoration. As you saw in the last episode, we were able to test fit the body onto the chassis, and we ran into several little obstacles once we got to looking at the wheelbase, and we were able to correct those, and I'll show those to you here in just a minute. But we're going to continue on now trying to do a little work on the interior, and then we hopefully get started on the brake lines. We kind of got pushed back a little bit due to the issues we had on the rear suspension. All we had to do was make some longer radius rods. All we had to do was just move the rear axle back just a hair, and then that changes everything. Then also altered one spring perch, but I'll show you that here in just a minute. Appreciate you guys joining us, and man, we continue to grow. Thanks for all of you who have subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. I sure would appreciate it. And we're up to over 400 subscribers now, and we want to keep growing this channel. So tell your friends about it. And I really appreciate those of you who are regular watchers and send really nice comments. We appreciate that very much. So hey, hang with us, and we'll be right back with you, and we'll get started. Welcome back, YouTube. And as I was saying, I was going to show you a couple of issues we found on the tire clearance for the wheels once we got the body mounted where we wanted it. The main thing is the height of this spindle here off the bottom A-frame. But we did that on purpose in order to try to get the upper A-frame angle right. But what we're going to do is we're going to swap this lower ball joint out. And it's kind of hard to see, but it's got a shorter area right here. And that will raise the lower A-frame. And then when we lower the spindle, they'll actually raise the lower A-frame, I should say, and then we will lower the car with a wedge bolt, and that'll get our angle back up correct on the A-frame. So anyway, you gotta trust me. We know what we're doing, but that's a joke. Sometimes it seems like we know what we're doing. But on the back, we actually had to locate the tire left or front to rear. I had to move the tire back a little bit, so we went ahead and made up some new radius rods, and I added about 2 inches in the radius rod length because I want to make sure we had plenty of adjustment. Then also had to move the spring forward just a hair so it would be in line now with the screw jack. So we got that modified and changed. Then we also came in here and we made a couple of extensions for the shocks, but I think now after looking at it, this is so low. I mean, it's still off the pavement plenty of, probably still got 3 or 4 inches, but we're going to go ahead and probably go back and go with a 7-inch shock versus a 9-inch. But like I say, no big deal. Hey, how about that exhaust? I got the hole cut for the exhaust. Would you believe that somebody found this on the side of the road and gave it to Buddy, and it's the same size pipe and it fits right on there? So we're going to cut it off about an inch here. Then we'll make a plate that goes on the body here. So basically that is what we got. This new raised rod on this side. That's basically what went going on. But anyway, we're going to start tearing this front end apart here, and we will see what else we can get into. So hang tight. We'll be right back with you. Okay, welcome back, YouTube. And as you can see, all of the decals are gone. I didn't film that because it's pretty boring. It's just a matter of taking a razor blade and trying to get them off. And my fingers are probably killing me for 2 weeks now, but we got it off. And kind of gives you a different appreciation of the car now, kind of orange on orange. But I think we have decided we're going to paint it. We're not going to leave it orange. We're going to go with a different color, and that will be a surprise. So anyways, you can see I've started on the decking inside the car, and we're going to continue that now. One thing, I had left this piece here. I told you whenever we want to mount the body, I want to build this, and it's pretty close, but I'm going to change it up just a hair here. I'm going to go ahead and close this off a little bit, but make that. And then, just as I was afraid of, this is short, and in one of the previous videos I had talked about how I was kind of gambling. Well, I lost. What we're going to do, we're going to cut us a 1-inch lip all the way across here. We'll drill these out. Then we're just going to extend that over, and make a one piece, then we'll pop it across the top, and that'll look very symmetrical, and you'll never know we did it. Unless you watch this video, then I guess you'll know. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and start doing that, so bear with me. Then we've got one more piece of decking I'll show you over here on the other side that I need to make. I just got off of work, and I actually was home for a couple of days this week, and I got to hit the road tomorrow, but we got to fill this piece in here. But these are really nice. Boy, I tell you what, trying to get that right around those bars for the cage, man, because you want to try to make things look nice where you want to have that seam down the center, and that was a lot of figuring. I hate interior work. I hate aluminum work, period. But that's the way it is. So let's get after it, and we will see what we can do here on some of this aluminum work. So bear with me. We'll be right back with you. Okay, welcome back, YouTube, and we are going to lay this up here. You always got to have a 1-inch bar around the shop, and that gives you your straight edge, and that's where we'll cut this off, and we will pop rivet the replacement piece back to it here. There's more than one way to skin a cat. So that'll get us over to that side. And we'll go ahead and pop these rivets out now. Should have had my drill ready to go, and I didn't do it. Okay, let's see if we can get these out. Pulling teeth. Go ahead and extend this line over here just a little bit. Okay. So now we're going to try to cut this. I'm going to go a little wild over here on this side. But we will see if we can cut. We may actually use some snips. I'm not sure how we're going to do this just yet. But I'll use the snips to get a start. Then we'll use electric shears. So we'll be right back with you. Okay, welcome back, YouTube. And we're got our shears ready to go. And I'm going to try to bend this out just a little bit. Try to help get my shears in there. I use my trusty right hand. Of course, you know there's right and green. There's reason there's two different colors because one cuts right, one cuts left. In this particular case, we needed the red ones. But we're going to try and see if we can get in here. All right. How about that? what we'll do, we'll cut this straight across here, and the new piece we'll incorporate this, we'll use our reds this time. And we'll just snip this corner off here real nice and neat. All right, now it's nice and neat, and you can see the, we'll come back and we'll overlay this first piece, or the new piece, over this, then we'll pop rivet it down. So let's go over to the metal area, see if we can come up with a piece of aluminum that we can fabricate this out of. Really all we have to do is really just add, tell you what, we can go ahead and mark it, to be honest with you. Well, we'll go and add about a plus an inch. We'll go and do plus one inch the whole way. Over here it's fine, but we can bow it down. And clecos are falling out here. But okay, let's go over to the metal area and see if we can get this made. So we'll be right back with you. Okay, we made it safely over here to the metal working area. It was a long journey. Took us about 10 steps, but we made it. So I've got a piece of aluminum here. I'm trying to use a piece of scrap because I'm down to just one full sheet left. Actually, just about a quarter of a full 10-foot piece. And I'm gonna try to use this piece here. I think we'll have just enough, if I angle it, to make this work. At least that's the plan anyway. And straighten this tab out here just a little bit. I know it's hard to see, but I mean, that's just gonna be just enough. So we'll outline this, and let's see, I gotta make sure I add my 1 inch. Tell you what, this piece may not be long enough because I'm not gonna have enough. Let's see, boy, that's gonna be, hey, we're gonna give it a shot. Because, I mean, that is just from one end to the other, that is barely enough. So, we're gonna try to trace this, see what we can come up with. Now remember, we gotta add 1 inch. So it's going to be 1 inch wider on the top. We'll come back and add that here in just a second once we trace it out. The initial piece. Okay. Now we're going to add 1 inch on this bottom. Let me go get my strip. Hang on. I told you we wasn't far away. Now, make sure we get this right. So we know we're gonna add some of this. So we're gonna add this inch here. This is where it's gonna overlap on the existing dash. Boy, I tell you, man, that is gonna, I can't, we're gonna be like 1/8 of an inch too short. But maybe we can cheat it somehow. Golly. That is going to be funny. Man, but we're going to try. Hey, it's just a piece of scrap, so we can always throw it away, right? So, we'll just kind of freehand around the cage. Now, on this end, we're just gonna go ahead and add 1 inch up here, just for the fun of it. Maybe a little less than 1 inch, so it won't take much. And we'll kind of freehand this and just see. Okay, All right, so let's cut this out. And we'll go over there and see how close it is. Like I say, it's just gonna be a rough cut to begin with. Notice the first thing I do is I throw this in the scrap pile. I have lots of OCD issues, and one of them is trying to keep my shop clean. Other things, when I put cars in my shop, they gotta be square to each other. That's a whole other story. Okay. Everything's gotta be square to the world. I have no idea if this is going to work or not, but we'll take it over here and see. Take you back with me. You can see how long of a journey this is. Voila, and we made it again, safe and sound. Okay. Camera's a little low, but that's okay. Now, I see we have plenty of length, looks like so far. We have plenty of length back this way. And I tell you what, guys, I'll tell you one thing. Now look at this. Since this is a bent edge from a brake, to be honest with you, I'd really need to use the factory edge off that aluminum that's over there right now that I've got. Let me raise this up. But because if I don't use that factory edge, it came from the mill for aluminum, you're not gonna be able to see, or you will be able to see kind of where I can't cut straight, which is virtually impossible with hand shears. So, tell you what we'll do. We'll go ahead and fabricate this one. Be smart. We'll make it fit right. Then we will transfer it over to the straight edge, and then that'll fix that. So. We'll go ahead and fabricate this out. Get that tab down. And we'll lay this. Leave this other piece over here. Let's see, we got a rivet in the way. Hey, right in the trash can. Here's another. Gotta get the drill after it. Okay, I think that's, oh, here's another one. Okay, all right, so it looks like they actually had this on the top. Me and Buddy was discussing that the other day, and he thought they had it on the top. It looks like he was right. So we're gonna need a really, really nice edge on both sides. Man. So we gotta lay that out. So let me work on this for a minute, and we'll go ahead and get it sketched out. I won't bore you with all details now. Let me see if I get laid out, and we'll be right back with you, okay? Save some time. Talk to you in a minute. Welcome back, YouTube, and I've got great news. I got to playing with this piece that I cut, and I think it's gonna have enough extra overlap that I can take it to my shears, my stomp shear, and I can straighten this edge up with a stomp shear, and that'll square it up. So I went ahead, I've got just a little bit of trimming to do here, and just a little bit here on the windshield edge where it comes around. So first thing we'll do, we're going to try to go to the stomp shear, see if we can line it up and see if we can get that piece done first. And take these clecos out. And I think we might be able to salvage this original piece. So that's what we're hoping. So, as my clecos fall on the floor, first thing I'm gonna do is trim a little bit right here on the edge of that. And then we are also going to trim this. I know you're saying use the right colors. Okay. Now, we're going there. I mean, I don't have to cut very much at all. You see that line there, but the good thing about the stomp shear is it'll cut straight as an arrow. So, we'll come in here. I know you want to see this, so let me lower it down so y'all can see this fantastic action here. Okay, here is our stomp shear. I like looking down the edge so I can see where I'm going to cut. If you sight down the blade, if you got a good eyesight, luckily my dad gave me a super eyesight. And I think that'll do. So let's see what happens. Keep your fingers crossed. Oh, straight as an arrow. So let's go there and see what happens now. We put our Zeus button back in. I'm sorry, my clecos. If the one that fell on the floor. Amazingly, it didn't roll all the way up under the car like it usually do. So, first thing we'll do, we'll test this fit here against the dash, and if that looks okay, then we'll come back and we'll trim this back edge. Woo, doggy, as Jed Clampett would say. All right, how about that? And we're conserving aluminum at the same time. We're being good for America. For the environment, for all the liberals out there, you ought to be happy. Okay, I'm gonna trim this and get this up here. We'll trim this here on the edge, and by God, I think we'll have a new dash. So sit tight, I'll be right back with you. Let me do a little trim on this. I'll be right back with you. Okay, welcome back, YouTube, and Buddy has already got the right-hand side done. I'll give you a little sneak peek over here, and that has raised that lower A-frame probably an inch or so. So we're going to pop this side loose. You got your hammer, maybe on top of the car, actually. To give you an idea, you can basically just get one finger in there now, whereas on the side over here, we
push
can
up on the A-frame.
get two fingers in.
No, just push up on the A-frame.
Okay.
It should come loose.
All right. You're gonna tap it there. All right. Gonna let her down there, easy.
Okay. This came unscrewed. I have to screw it back in.
Okay, but anyway, we're in the middle of this, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, welcome back, YouTube. We're gonna try to get this A-frame in here. We got the new ball joint put in, and which was a major job. Like Buddy was saying, it was 3 weeks ago, it was 3 degrees here, and today it's like 80 and we're out here sweating. I don't understand, to be honest with you, but if you live in Louisiana, you do. I'm surprised the mosquitoes hadn't come here and got us yet. Hope you understand what this is doing. This is actually going to lower the A-frame a little bit, and we'll show you here in just a minute whenever we put it together. By the way, I got the dash piece in. I'll show you that real quick. And we was able to use our very first piece that I was going to use as a template. It worked fine. I mean, not anything left over, but I do have to buy some 3/16 small head orange rivets to go around that lip. Okay.
We got a little light. I want to lock this jam nut.
I don't know if I got one that works.
It's 11/16.
Putting the swivel, the spring swivel, tightening it up tight now, back on the jack bolt. All right. Let's go ahead this time. Let's put the spindle on.
Yeah, don't hold it. Let me get ready, because I gotta take the nut and stuff off.
Well, let's put the spring in there.
Yeah.
This time, and I'll jack just let it hang down there for a second. And I'll get the jack ready. Okay, whatever, let me get this.
Okay, jack it up.
Push top spring in.
Yeah, let me get this in case it would fall.
You don't have enough. There you go.
Hold it a second.
Put a shock on it.
Yeah.
Oh. Of course. Oh. We've had this front end apart so many times we dream about it. And it ain't pleasant dreams either. I can't read around this jack here. Okay. The old 4x4 and jack trick. You gonna put the tires on and lower it?
Yeah.
Let me get my impact wrench. Wherever it is.
It's on the other side over there.
I love my son's new impact wrench. It's really cool when he's not around. I get to use it all the time. That is a bad boy. Okay, we ready for a round thing? When I used to work in NASCAR, I was a gas man, and I always admired the tire guy that could carry two of these around the car on pit stops. The tire carrier earned every penny he made. Okay. Take her down now, and we'll see what type of angle we got on our A-frames now. Hopefully they're going to be a little flatter.
Get it down where the tires almost touch. I want to run the bolts down.
Okay. Okay, YouTube, we had to have a break in action. Had to get the rear tires on it. So now we're going to let her down and get it on the ground all the way so we can look at the angles of the A-frame now. We need the rear tires on as well. All right, that's on the ground. They look a lot better than they did. Whole lot better. They're still on that one?
Yeah, I would use the floor jack. Just take a little bit of weight off. It's almost.
Okay.
Okay, let off of it.
This side's free over here now.
I'm gonna come off with this side a little bit.
Okay, we'll be right back with you. We're gonna try to get these ride heights set. It looks a whole lot better to me.
Yeah.
Whole lot better. We want that A-frame to be a lot flatter, and it's hard to tell from this angle, but it is now. So by lowering that spindle closer to the A-frame, that actually brought the A-frame up. Now we drop the ride heights with the weight jack, and then that'll even bring the A-frame up even higher now. Welcome back, YouTube, and we are going to call it a day. I got to hit the road for work tomorrow. We got a lot done here this afternoon. Got this new dash laid out. That is really going to look trick. And see what I was talking about, how we rivet that along the top. This has been cut straight now with the shear, and that'll be fine. And we're going to go ahead and still run. We got to grind all this out. We're still going to run a probably a little thin piece of 3/16 Lexan across the windshield. I got to build that black piece over there. I got to change this end cap on the other end here. But we're going to take the rear springs out. Got the front end kind of sitting where we want. A-frame angle looks a lot better. We're going to cut a couple of coils off, or probably just one coil off this back, and drop it down so we can get more play in our wedge bolts there. But I got a big surprise for you. I got something I told you is going to come in today. And one of these boxes is empty. And if you remember what I told you is going to come in, but looky there. How about that? I love chrome. It's just being held on by wire tires right now, plastic tie straps, but it gives you an idea. That's gonna look pretty sweet. So, we gotta get everything squared up, but very excited about that. So anyway, I gotta hit the road for work. I'll be back Friday for Friday afternoon live, or Friday night live. So hope you'll catch that, but we'll be right back with you, so hang tight. Welcome back, YouTube, and appreciate you guys watching this week. We got a lot done. We had a little bit of a setback after we put the body on the chassis and had to relocate the rear end, and then finding out we had to replace the lower ball joints in the front end, but we got it all done. It's just another step for a stepper, no problem. But hey, appreciate you guys watching, and remember, please subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so, and tell your friends about it. I would greatly appreciate that very much. But I hope you guys have a fantastic week, and we will see you next time on Race Car Fabrication and Restoration. Take care.